Good evening, Mr. Mayor Eric Adams. My name is Nama Martin Franklin, known in the press world under my journalist signature, Franck Nama. It's with great joy and respect that I have the honor of interviewing you today on behalf of the magazine of the African diaspora, with and commitment, especially in the midst of your campaign as an independent candidate with democratic value ahead of upcoming general election. Your leadership and proximity to communities, particularly African and Afro-descendant population, make you an essential voice in the global conversation about inclusion, resilience, and progress. As part of its editorial mission, Les Indomptables, the flagship magazine of the African diaspora, continues to explore geopolitics and geostrategy as powerful tools to impact development in Africa. Our magazine brings visibility to African and Afro-descendant whose vision and capability contribute to humanity at large. In this spirit, that we are honored to speak with you. You represent a model of urban leadership, transcend border. Through this conversation, we aim to uncover innovative solutions and forward-thinking proposals that can serve not only the African community in New York, but also community across the globe, especially in Africa. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your time and insight. We have a bunch of questions we want to ask you. And the first question is your social agenda, post-primaries, and toward the general election. As an independent candidate running with democratic values, what social priority will define your next term if you win the general election? Especially, how do you plan to strengthen access to affordable housing, mental health support, addiction recovery programs, and address the rising cost of living in New York?
Thank you very much for having me on the program and to answer these important issues that you are addressing. Let's address each one at a time. The most important thing I want to say to voters, let's continue our success. Each of the areas around public safety, affordability, and access to resources, we have been extremely successful. Public safety is the #1 issue for me as the mayor of the city, and we have continuously brought down crime, made our city safer. We removed over 21,000 illegal guns off our streets. The last 5 months shows how we're trending in the right direction. We're at the least number of shootings and homicides in the recorded history of the city. And the 7 other major crimes that defines the safety of the city, we have witnessed a decrease in those areas as well. And our subway system, which we have 4.6 million riders use every day, we have witnessed a substantial decrease in crime in our subway system as well. Out of those 4.6 million riders, we have only an average of 5 felonies a day on our subway system. That shows how well police are using various tactics to keep us safe. And then when you look at the affordability issue, we can't control inflation. We cannot control, I like to say, the price of bread, but we can put bread back into your pocket. And that is exactly what we have done. We put $30 billion with a B back in the pockets of working class New Yorkers. Everything from paying off medical debt to qualified New Yorkers, to reducing the cost of Metro cards, to high-speed broadband for NYCHA residents, decreasing the cost of childcare from $220 a month to less than $20 a month. We have shown over and over again how we understand the affordability issue is a real issue, and we place money back into the pockets of New Yorkers to assist them to make ends meet. And then access to services. We have a major initiative where we go out and sign up New Yorkers for services such as DRE and SCREE. These are senior and disability rental assistance programs, as well as showing New Yorkers how to get access to other services that too many don't know how to get access to. So it's a combination of keeping us safe, returning jobs to the city, more jobs in the city. History we currently have, we broke our own record 11 times. And so we are really trending in the right direction. And I want to share with New Yorkers, this is the direction we need to go in.
Great. Okay, let's go to the second question. As far as you are talking about job, I want to talk about empowering young entrepreneurs. Is there a vision or plan on the way to provide young entrepreneurs across the 5 boroughs with access to innovation hubs or incubator that are inclusive and accessible?
Yes, and it's so important to be able to ensure that young entrepreneurs have the ability to build on their success and their education to be entrepreneurs. And what are we doing? Number one, we are opening the doors to internship programs and paid internship programs to ensure that we can have young entrepreneurs get the success they deserve. It is crucial that they have access to all the resources they need. And we have over 100,000 summer youth jobs for our young people so that they can start off at an early age of knowing all of the socialization skills that young people need to be able to work in a healthy environment. But we're not only looking at those young people who are skilled, we're also going after those young people who are just as involved. What I mean is young people who've had some contact with law enforcement. We're not allowing them to be discarded. We are supporting them with our CRED program, CRED. It is teaching them skills such as technology, carpentry, electrician, and other skills so they can open their own companies and own businesses and be employable and gainfully employed. So we are assisting our young people at every different level to make sure that they can have the possibilities they need to be productive citizens.
Okay. Could such a strategy include pathways for immigrants and African youth-led startup to flourish?
Yes, the men and women from the African diaspora have been really supported in this city. Immigration is important to the city. This is a city of immigrants. Everyone knows that. If you look at some place like the borough of Brooklyn, which is the largest borough in the city, if it was a separate city, it would be the 3rd largest city in America. In Brooklyn, 40% of the people speak a language other than English at home. 40%. That is how powerful our immigrant population is. We speak 700 different languages in the city. It is a city where immigration is crucial. And we believe our brothers and sisters from the African diaspora, many of them are in places like the Bronx, Brooklyn, and parts of Queens. We want to put them on a pathway to employment. We do not discard someone in the services around job employment through our hiring halls. We go out into the community to show them what jobs are available, and our small business services have a number of small business services resource fairs. The goal is, as I find with all of my businesses, is that they don't want a handout, they want a hand up. And the way we do that is to ensure that they know what services we have available in the city to help their small businesses and transition to their own entrepreneurship. And that is something we focus on. And we encourage members of the African diaspora to work with us and specifically have catered hiring halls and small business services events that is specifically targeting the African diaspora.
Great. Okay. For the third question, positioning New York as a global tech leader, what step will you take to position New York as a global hub for cutting-edge technology. Could new initiatives be launched to attract world-class talent and foster advanced research in AI, green energy, and life science?
I am a big believer in technology. I was a former computer programmer many years ago, so I have a technology base, and we do not want to leave any stone unturned. That includes, as you indicated, artificial intelligence, cryptocurrency, crypto wallets, blockchain, all forms of technology. We have created a bot to make it easier for businesses to access information that they need. Instead of having to go through mounds and mounds of documentation and paperwork, they can utilize the bot and go to a one-stop shop. But we want to go even further. We believe that artificial intelligence should be taught in our schools so we can raise an entire generation that's not afraid of artificial intelligence, but that embrace it. But how do we run our cities more efficiently? There's no reason we still have so many forms in government. There's no reason we can't use the ability of artificial intelligence to make it easy, accessible for our young people and our adults to be able to watch government run in a smoother manner. And so we are looking and searching and scanning the globe on new technology all the time. The introduction of drones to inspect buildings, to using cryptocurrency and bitcoins. I just left a conference in Las Vegas to talk about blockchain and Bitcoin. These are all new forms of technology that we are embracing, and we believe in the next few years, the city is going to be run on a completely different methodology because of some of the high tech that we will utilize.
Okay. Well, for leadership, diaspora, and global institutional strengthening, your leadership is widely respected. Do you believe African nations could benefit from the institutional knowledge and governance experience of African American leaders?
I think we can learn from each other. Africa is a new place now. All of the countries, they have found their voice and they have found their independence and desire not to have their natural resources exploited. I am probably the only mayor in the history of this city that has traveled to Africa, not once, not twice, not four times, not five times, but seven times, of visiting from the southern tip to the north of Africa, as well as the East Coast and the West Coast of Africa. And I have watched over the years the development of Africa. And I think this is a great opportunity that we can learn from each other. It's a symbiotic relationship where the continent can benefit from some of the skills we have, but also we can benefit from some of the skills that the African continent has as well.
Okay. Could the model of human diplomacy be exported from New York to African cities facing similar development challenges?
Yes, it's crucial. And that is my goal. Each year when the United Nations is here for the General Assembly, I have a gathering with African leaders to talk about how do we use our diplomacy to strengthen our relationships. There's so much more we can accomplish together, and I want to continue to watch that expand and watch it grow.
Okay, great. And to finish, the last question is based on an African American think tank for Africa development. If formally requested by African diaspora, will you consider supporting the creation of an African American think tank based in New York during your next term? On that, would your work on Africa development challenge and opportunities with a win-win vision?
Yes, I will, and I'm looking forward to doing that. And we should start that immediately to put in place. I've utilized my international affairs unit in the mayor's office to do just that. My international affairs has made more outreach. My deputy commissioner, Asada Kamara, she has made more outreach to the continent of Africa in the history of the city, and we want to continue to see that grow and become stronger as the years go on.
Thank you. Mayor Adams, we thank you for this opportunity, your unique position as a leader rooted in community, yet attuned to global affairs makes this interview a timely and meaningful one. Through your vision, we hope to inspire synergy that uplifts people on both sides of the Atlantic. Thank you.
You.
Take care.
Take care.